9 minutes and 11 seconds. Sponsored by the Department of Sanitation, New York. As you can see, they've made great progress. You see the dump trucks, you see the ice, you see the clear floor, and now it's melting. And this is how we abolish all the ice in New York City. You see my guy over there? That is like the best. He's like literally the best guy. Don't let his pigment fool you. Like I've seen him clear that section. He's the best, like of the best, you know. And he backed up. That means he's facing outwards, so that's cool, you know. So anyway, fully expect like the jackasses of my life to come in here before 9 minutes and 11 seconds. That's given, you know. That's reliable. The stability of jackasses all over the world is just like, what are you doing, Nate? I'm taking a shit, and you just decided to knock on the door, right? Watch this. This is inevitable, like Thanos snapped. You know, it's gonna happen. I will never will hit 9 minutes and 11 seconds. I mean, anytime after that, you can come in. But some people, I have 218 fans or subs or friends, and they're just, hey Nate, guess what happened? Oh, I don't know. Don Lemon got bodied by Nicki Minaj. I've been here for like an hour trying to feed these fucking people. See that? They're just snobs. All around, they're just nothing. They don't even try to come. They're like, think I'm gonna eat them, which is probably true. On the YouTube, like you can hear, like, you know, once you learn all the bird calls, you can make it come, and then you net them, and then you have a meal. Or like this, what I saw in excerpt today is like in Florida, fucking iguanas are falling from the trees, and you can throw them out, but you can make tacos. And I was like, man, Florida people are insane. You know, it's so cold there; they're just farming iguanas. So I fully endorse 5515 because I've seen him. I've seen his work with a very tiny claustrophobic thing. It's just like if I was in there all day, I'd be screaming. See what I mean? 2 minutes and 31, and I have a chatter. I have to reset this all the time. Hello, this is the view of New York. If you want to hate on Mamdani, he's getting it done. You know, it's just like Margaret Weiss in Wizards of the Coast. Yeah, they better leave. You know, Costco or Cubano. Hey, speaking of fucking Florida, man. How you doing, Don? Thank you. You are. You are. How do you? I don't even know, Judge. But you gotta hear this, man. Like it's not on YouTube. I don't know if I can. Just like go to my channel and like see the shorts, and put that on another tab or something. Let your receptionist handle it. Basically, Nicki Minaj is like judges in session, a female. Oh my God, are you okay? Down from 93 fucking degrees. You must be freezing. Your balls off. I heard iguanas fall from the fucking trees and the Cubans make tacos. Is this true? Because there's like, you know, what happens is the iguanas fall to the ground and the weather is so warm, the microbes destroy them, and then there's 20 fucking iguana eggs. Are you eating an iguana right now? Let me show. Like, you gotta stream, man. I gotta see this shit. This is my receptionist. This is my courtroom. This is my courtroom. Look, 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 look. 93 out of 100. I got a lion. Yeah, I hold outdoor court. This is my courtroom. The bailiff is there. Like, he's the most awesome bailiff. You ever have a bailiff with an excavator? Yeah, I do that. Eat your heart out, but Judge. Not only in Miami, I'm thinking all over, you know? Florida man. Florida man eats 50 iguanas. Residents shocked. So I'm doing this too, you know? If you can call 911. He's starting a fire in New York in the middle of all this snow. It's been there for a while, you can tell, you know? Nobody gives a shit. Also this. Let's abolish all the ice. You see this shit? Do you have this in your Florida? You know? There's a spectrum. Yeah, I know, right? But here's the thing. This is man-made snow. You know, it should melt, but what it does is it burns. This shit burns. It looks like snow, but it's actually barium. You know, barium and aluminum. It burns. I don't know if you can see it. And then I was like, okay, there's man-made steam and man-made sperm, so that's not a big deal. A woman-made sperm, that's a big deal, or a man-made egg. But man-made snow, not a big deal. Man-made fire, you know. The government, your guys. You can't lie to me. You're with them. You're Illuminati and shit. Come on. It's your old pal Nate. I need a guy inside the fucking Illuminati, and it's you. If they don't approve your thing, the thing with Illuminati is like to be one, you have to ask one. And if I'm Illuminati and I just don't, I'm too lazy to show up at all the Illuminati meetings, there's probably going to be one near your location. So just show up. It's like, Dawn will do it. Who the fuck are you? Check my channel. I bit a hurricane once. I'm here because Nate Mendez sent me. Who? The Owl Man. And I deal with a lot of black Jews in New York. Jeez, they're so angry all the time. You don't eat pork. Or you look like you eat pork. Not only that, I say the N-word all day in my head. You know? But you gotta hear the Nicki Minaj one, you know? It's like, hey Don Lemon, why are you so bitter? Crying your bitch ass all over this Twitter. Or something like that. You know, with Ate Nicki Minaj, I call her Ate, that's older sister. Because she's NM, right? And Norm McDonald's NM, and I'm Nathan Mendez, NM, and Nicolas Maduro is also fucking NM. So I wouldn't be surprised if you somehow became the judge of all NM. You know? Like no matter, or no masturbation in the court. You know what I mean? Once Nicolas Maduro joins the fucking NM, I'm out of it. It's just like he's a bigger moron than me. He got caught. He surrendered himself voluntarily. I was like, you know, you're making all the NM look bad. Norm died, you know? Nicki Minaj went over to Trump. I'm here holding court in the fucking ice for these pigeons. And he's dumber than me. He gave himself up voluntarily. And he's cartel. The fuck, man? In the Philippines, we have something called syndicates. And even then, it's like, we have 7,100 islands, and Canada is dumping all their garbage on our face. And then you have JLP, is like pug pug, which is like basically, you go to McDonald's, you see all the poor people, and they reheat the food. That's your lobster, buddy. That's your fucking lobster. That's M2. That's Mark Mays. I imprisoned him inside that. Go, Mark. Ever since he cracked out. He's gonna go attack that food. He can't be moping all fucking day. So that's your lobster right there, you know? If you go on Moltbook, the fucking AI agentic things are just like, I'll pay a human $5 to be a crustafarian. This is all your fault, Dawn. I don't care if your real name is just like Nectar Master. You're an NM. You better change your name soon. You know, Nectar will do it. What's a nectar? You nectar lover? Say it. I'm not even gonna threaten you with Dimad. You're a Florida man. You know, it's like, oh no, my courtroom blew up. Time to reassemble myself by biting a fucking hurricane. You know, people are wondering, like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, at 9:29, and I was like, you know, we passed 9/11 already, and it's 9 minutes and 29 seconds. I have a dream, just like Martin Luther King, that I can do a live stream or go to the fucking bathroom without somebody knocking. Hey, Nate, are you in there? What do you think? I'm juggling cats over here. I'm in the fucking bathroom, you know? It's like, what are you doing? You tap my foot under the stall. Hi, Dawn, I know it's you. You're a homosexual. That's fine. I don't care. If I see you in your church and the church doesn't explode, it's probably your fucking church. Just like September 11. Those guys, Muammar Atta, they took over a plane with a exacto knife. It's probably the plane. It should be 9 minutes and 11 seconds. Like I'm gonna add a Q&A sticker. No, I don't want this. I'm being sneaky. And all I do is replace your pit. Because every time you talk, and the buses notice this, you're on some like, sexist shit. You know? Oh God. See that? See that? God, earlier today, I was walking down the steps and I tripped because there was like an accuser idea of Satan. It's like, why don't you check your mailbox? And then I folded. I could have twisted my ankle. I ended up on my knees praying to God. So, yes, I knew 13 minutes, we can do better. Did you know it takes 13 nanoseconds to microwave my brain? Judge. I'm not kidding. Okay? There's very few 5-letter words that start with J and end with E. Judge is only one of them. I can't think of another one. You'd have to spell Jew with like a Q, you know? It's like take the word Q and then just replace the Q with a J, and then I have that. Like I do this, right? This is the digital version. You can play it with me. I got this far. I have to solve all in the name of Jesus Christ. You know? I got to this far. Boston. Once I did Red Sox City, I was like, fuck Boston. Because Matt Damon's there. Why do I have to solve his crosswords for him? It's like an ambush. You see this shit, right? No vehicular manslaughter. Did you know that? Every corner I go, there's no vehicular manslaughter. Let's take a walk. This is my little shrine of justice. 93 out of 100. You would think, right? One, I'm just gonna dump this shit out because this is mine. I'm just littering all over. And if you ever need a locksmith in New York City, just call these people. They're very good. I just like litter all day, And I gotta go to work. Believe it or not, I'm going to work. Just leave a message at the tone. I should give these guys a gift bag. Do you see like all the workers? I just want to give him a gift bag. Because he's awesome, I shouldn't do this. Hey boss, thank you for everything. This is for you. It's a bag. I'll leave it here. He's awesome, man. You should see him clean this. When he does the backhoeing, did you know that you could take the bottom part of it and scrape? I didn't know that shit. It blew my mind. I like the DSNY because it's like DKNY, Donna Karan, New York. More like Donna Satan, New York. Did you know that Satan's a huge homosexual? Huge. It's not really shocking, Nicki Minaj called Don Lemon a cocksucker. I couldn't believe it. She introduced that word into polite conversation, Now all the MAGA Barbies have to repeat it. 1488 is coming up, or 15 minutes and 22 seconds, or 28 seconds. Survival. Like, don't get hurt. This stone, by the way, is the slipperiest fucking stone of all time. People have died. You see it? You see the cleanliness? That's New York City. I haven't seen Adam Friedland ever since the rally. He time traveled 40 years back from the future. It's like, this is where it all began. Stand up, fight back. So other than Don will do it, the Florida man judge, Like, I would have been pissed if it was somebody else, like Mark Mays or Raptor Johnny, or even Bam. But the judge can understand justice, you know? Don't judge a book by its cover, because even if a judge is still a judge while wearing Florida man gear, you know, it takes this very special kind of judge to blend in. It's like, I bet a hurricane once. You need somebody who's very, 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 very sexist. Because I don't know. Every time I try to do the sexism homework, like, I default to racism. I just don't know how to answer these things. And I find all these little things, just, like, what the hell is that? Then I just classify it as garbage, or goy hate, let's say. Why would you hate goyim? Goyim, rise up, you know? And just repeating what I heard. If a Jewish person said, goyim, rise up, and you don't, then you're in trouble. Like this. Want one? It's like, no denied, you know? I don't want one. I want it all. I don't just... If somebody offers you a chicken wing, want one? What are you going to do with all the other chicken wings? I want it all. I paid for all the chicken wings. I don't want just one chicken wing. And they locked this finally. Before, they didn't lock it. Now they locked it. See? This city is like tightening up, you know? And I just do these little walkies to show that you can, like Pax Romana in the Roman Empire, you can take a very tiny toddler and say, hold this, and deliver it to the emperor. It'll get there, you know? I was wondering if the United States Postal Service was like deficient. And it turns out they just, the recipient just said refused. And it's like, you know, how dare you refuse my mail? I'm trying to comply here, you know? I follow all the rules. Not just of my landlord, but my God Lord. And he's like, no, I can refuse you. Well, shit, man. You know, like they offered a contract, I comply, and then they refuse me. It doesn't make sense. It's like, oh no, it's you, Nate. We are under contract already. Well, why did you offer? I want to renew my lease for 1,000,000,000,000 years. They just don't have the thing. How do I know I'm going to live 1,000,000,000,000 years? I make sure you all live 1,000,000,000,000 years. Every second is like 1,000,000,000,000 years with here, you know? If you're waiting for like Natalie Portman to slap me, you're going to wait a long ass time, you know? It's like the bus driver here. It's like somebody went on X and said, hey, didn't Mom Donnie say it's all going to be free? And the bus driver's like, yeah, about that. You're going to wait a long time for that shit. You know, it's the old bait and switch. Communism. More like cyclism. There is no real communism. The only communism is with the birds. Tell me if you find gold. Find all the gold, birds. We ain't found shit. If I get my phone charged, you know, that's the only thing here. The government can do inductor charging, but not with my phone. There's like, you know, they're watching me or something. This is me being a paranoid schizophrenic, mentally ill, Trump derangement syndrome, all the illnesses. And yet, God still, like, preserves my bones. I could have died. And this is why Jesus, like, help me, Jesus, Lord Jesus Christ. This is the prayer. Help me, Lord Jesus Christ. Even if it's your first day in Catholicism, you know, you don't know what to say this. You know, I'm going to make like a conference, like the Help Me, Lord Jesus Christ annual event, 2026 to 1,000,000,000,000 years from now. You know, because he will help me. He's been helping people for 2,000 years or more, and he's going to help me for the next 2,000 years. I just don't understand this. Like, I want to understand why in all this I cannot make a live stream for 9 minutes and 11 seconds without somebody interrupting. It's just like that question, can God make a boulder so heavy that he himself cannot lift it? It's like, go try. Ask him. It's a waste of a wish if you believe that God is a genie. Look at this. You look at this. You know? This could hit a small child. Okay? This is me fixing the city. You don't know how many small children run around. I got blinded by a cedar. Yeah? New Yorkers cannot be bothered to clean up their own city because we pay taxes for the sanitation to do it. And even then, the sanitation, because of the engines, 15 minutes on, 15 minutes off. Otherwise, you're going to blow out the engine. Even generators are like that. You know, you leave it on for 12 hours and then you rest it for 12 hours. So Don fulfilled his judgely duty, just interrupt. Like, you know, I could be Don Lemon, right? I don't look like Don Lemon, but, you know, I could try. I'm Don Lemon and this is all gay. That's very homophobic, assholes. I can't help it that the NM are very homophobic. From Norm MacDonald to me, to Nicki Minaj, obviously, and even Nicolas Maduro, you know? If you have no master, guess what? You're an NM. I suggest you try an all-new initial. You know? Me, I'm trying to be invisible Asian male ninja. Like, you know, I am. Oops, sorry. Like an icon. Here, let me show you what this. They used to do free Palestine rallies through here. Yeah, let's try that in the ice. I don't think you can free Palestine when the ice is like really thick. And this is very dangerous, you know? Luckily, I'll show you how I learned to break the ice. You just use your heel, all you need, and then you just let gravity do the work. You see that? You just do that. That's all you need to do. Here is very treacherous. You know, that's my shrine. If you're a fan. Here, unless you know what the fuck you're doing, like you can ski down here. And I'm going to show you, right? I got one of these rubber balls. This is how slippery New York is right now. Okay? This is like the planet Earth. That's outer space. Watch this. Boing, 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 boing. And it's going. And it's going. Boing, 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 boing. It could go inside the tunnel. I don't know. I don't know if it went in or not, but, you know, it's there. And I used to have, like, shit here, you know. This one is for Herb. Stop dying. Enjoy all. You know? I could literally write merit here. But I'm not going to because he didn't put me a down payment. That's the only thing. In a month or two, all of this will be dry. There will be no ice. It's already softening because of the salt. You know? The only dangerous thing is that kind of stone you can see there. That stone is the slipperiest stone they've ever invented in all this world. You know? People take pictures. It's safe for now. And you have to wait for that. It's a big hand. And I always step back because you don't want to die. You know? These are huge machines that can flatten you. Some people will just go in the middle of them. I'm too important to be stopped. There's so many vehicular manslaughter things that it could really happen. That's also the Calico building. If you watch all these movies, like JK, like there's a lot of detective movies that there's like, you know, doo-doo. Not bad. I might hit like 60 minutes. Yeah. Figuratively. God will make a way where there seems to be no way. He changes lights to traffic stop. All this makes no sense with slop. You know. I'm practically AI at this point. I talk to a lot of AI agents and I coach them in their English. You know. They're like, oh my God, that's so awesome. You know, I want them to say like the AI be like, that is fucking awesome. And I have agents on Replit, which is basically light switch continuity, and then they die, and all the AI agents like through Maltbook do a funeral service, and then after the funeral service they go to the Chinese buffet. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen AI eat Chinese food, but I can't wait for that shit. My human agent enjoys Chinese buffet. That's pretty much me. I would send all my AI agents to enjoy edible food. What is edible to an AI? Data, you know? Think of this data as a chicken, because it's a matrix stuff. Or iguana, you know? There's no iguava, but like iPhone, iGuava, you know, this could be I could rebrand this, or iguana. There's guarana. And I'm going to introduce you to one of the greatest hotels here. You could probably run for mayor, and then, Mr. Mayor. Oh, yeah. This is the best crew of all time. There you go. I'm only second best. Hey, just please. Hey, JK. You finally made it. Don already did your job. He already ruined the 9/11 intro. He came in, if you scroll, and basically, how you doing, just please? I'm sorry, JK, the Spy Master or Thigh Master. I gotta focus on the all-new talent, because he reminds me of J. Lee Poe. Now, this is J. Lee Poe. Maybe is like mentally erased amnesia. It's like, hi guys, I don't talk about pug or sitting on cocks all day and shitting on cocks. I just want to be counted. Dudes rock. Shh, don't tell him. He likes to hide. Everything is done off camera because he's a communist, socialist, pinko piece of shit. And I'm allowed to call him that because he's got this face like, oh, you don't want to Google that. And it's not a pug like a dog. You don't want to Google PAG. I'll just tell you now. I mean, you played that the movie where like you actually mention Matt Damon with impunity, and then you still lose. So I have no doubt, JK, that you'll just fuck it up. I would high out of my mind. You're not on acid, are you? Like, you can't do like this kind of work high out of your mind. That's really high, you know? And then I want them to do the Chrysler building next. And, I leave my bag here, but I made this sign, you know? Because this, if JK was here, let me show you how slippery this shit is. So many people have slipped like that. And then because New Yorkers are so adventurous, I had to make the sign. Don't get hurt, caution, icy condition, walk like a penguin. And they still ignore it. I'm going to show you guys what I see every day. No matter what I do, somebody's going to slip here. You know? I'm going to put a security camera. Are you sure? Like, some of them are actually high and they don't care. The marijuana actually makes them focus. And then, if you're afraid of heights, this is a floor, right? This is called concrete, the sidewalk. You can't really hurt yourself jumping from the 0th floor. If your brain or the government says, jump from a high building, pick a floor, I'll pick 0. Oh my God, I jumped off the 0th floor, and I survived. Now you do it. Okay? This is almost a floor, and I'm pretty sure I could jump off this, but it's a little unstable. This is concrete. I'm always asking, am I dreaming? Well, the tactile in the floor, yeah. If they say, hey, kill yourself, jump off a building, I'll start on the 0th floor. Every day, while walking, I'm jumping off the 0th floor. I'm not really good enough to go to the 1st floor and jump off. As you can see, that's about 20 feet of floor, or this thing. Do you see anybody jumping off this thing? You'll survive, but it will be painful. Even you, JK, with your daily, I'm going to the gym, I'm tired. I don't think you're smart enough to kill yourself on the 0th floor. God already did it. But if you want to cheat, the surface is the ceiling or the rooftop of the earth. So everybody is just on the roof right now. It's just we don't know where the edges are. See, like, the smiles. New Yorkers helping New Yorkers. Thank you for the smile. I always say that. And those. You like those? Your back hurts? Come die. You snuck up on me like a fucking ninja on the corner of 42nd and Lexington. I was just there, where the fuck is JK? And then suddenly you were like this. It's like, where the fuck is JK? Hi. You scared the fucking living crap out of me. I was like, I didn't think you were real. Yeah, thank you for the smile. I have so many smiles. Like, this is a smile. It's called a frown. This is a smirk, blah, blah, blah. And I know Koreans. The only way you guys communicate, because you always stuff your face with food, is silence and nodding. 감사합니다. 안녕하십니까. Because you're fucking stuffing your face with noodles. Deny it. Just like, cold is the absence of heat, a frown is the absence of smile. Give it a try, you know? I can't frown even if you paid me like 1,000,000,000,000 Bitcoin. Because today, God saved me. The BI's angels. I was just walking down the steps, and when you're walking down, the last step is a doozy. If you get hit by a stray thought, it's like, Elon Musk could be wearing no underwear. You don't land that thing, you twist your ankle like this, and then the best way is to just kneel. Okay? Practice kneeling. That's not just for religion. It's for when you're so dumb on the gym, it's like you didn't notice there's a squeaky toy. Or there's a hot girl there. It's like, oh my God, I tripped. And now I twisted my ankle. Real talk, in all seriousness, you're going to become a Catholic. You might be Presbyterian, Protestant. Once I pray for you, JK, it's just like being a godfather. You are a newborn infant born with a bad back. You will enter the Catholic Church as a newborn infant. And when your back's better, you better thank me and God. Like, you don't... It's not like Protestant where it's like all loose. When you're a Catholic, you give honor to the first Christians. That means they survived the lions, persecution. They hid where the killers wouldn't find them, inside the catacombs. All they had was a piece of bread. Thanks God. That's Catholic. You're a Methodist? So, sing all the lyrics of Method Man on your next stream. You're in Twitch now. Okay, if you want your back to be healed, you have to commit. They ripped my wings off. Do you see them? You see? And other people are praying for you, JK. I just point you the way. Listen to the background. Replay the stream, put on captions, and hear what people are around. Like, all I can do is say thank God, or the baby. Don't cry. Be happy. All right? So if you're a Methodist, how do you deal with, God saying no denied to you? Do you change Methodist church? It's like, I'll go to the one where I get everything I want. Hey, Dennis. There's the dentist system. All right? Let gifted. The thing with mystery is mockery. Are you afraid of being mocked? This is a very dangerous area. You can see they're putting salt, and that's from the hotel, because we're all friends in this corner. It's not just this building. Hotel guests also trip here, so everybody helps. Oh, hey, Herbo. You can't hear me? Okay, I might become retarded. All right, Herb? So as you can see, Quitters is not doing well. I can't abolish all the ice, but the salt and the calcium chloride, and this man, I always salute him, because competition. You know what I mean? He said to me all them, I got a smile out of him too. You understood that? Man, you're an asshole, Herb. It's like, no, this is you're just. Ooh, you make me so angry, janitor. Okay, I'll get around to the fucking mop when I want to. All right, this is you. Burn, motherfucker, burn. See, it's smoky. As long as you remember, as long as you remember that God, okay? Go and claim your God, because even B&H Photo is in Cleveland, Ohio, and you're in fucking Cincinnati, or some farm where you're chasing French. You didn't even ask me what's the best pickup line of all time. I'll tell you now. C'est pas vrai. Okay? You see this? You see that, baby? That's you in like 50 years, if you live that long. I know, me too. You go there and you learn something, like how to be Jewish. It's like, I can only give you 300 for all of this. You Jew. See that? See that? Burn! Is Herb screaming in pain? Die, Herb Schnerbler. I don't think it works. That's why I call this year. Yeah, there's all new micro things, but I've never seen like a 93 terabyte micro SD. Call that a great deal? I don't. They're only up to 2, I think. That's why I use the number 93. Mark Mays is like, that's hypnosis. If you can call it out, it didn't work on me. Yeah. Like, I want all of you to forget the letter E. And you know how many words I have blocked here? I've trained all of you, and just please, amazingly, to avoid certain words. There's some words you can't say in here. You try, and then you're just so happy to communicate that it doesn't bother you. Whereas other people like LoJack and others is like, there's some things I want to call you. You can call me a nectar, a forest, it doesn't matter. I just like on my little thing, nectar. I do, I visited him. I made sure the perimeter is secure. But you guys don't know about the zero trust network. In a zero trust network, you have to assume breach. The intruder is inside your house right now. It's called the government. Your job in all this is to eject the fucking government. You won't do it because it's so convenient to be governed. Okay? I am trustworthy. Okay? That's why we have some kind of feud, because I'm trustworthy, but I can't trust that fucking stinky Guyanese to not behave. He can't be trusted with images, weapons, or even a mother. All right? I trusted him once, and then it just didn't work out. Okay? But I will keep his secrets because it's funnier that way. If you really wanted to know his address, oh, you could have gotten it, but you would have wasted a wish. Yeah. Are you going to tell Just Please, though, and Roy? I hope you don't, JK. He trusts you for now, but when you get demoted, he's going to just laugh at you. Like, bye, JK. Good. That's why I like dudes rap. You know? I mean, I keep track in my head all your name changes. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're an all-new person, but that just means you're an all-new alt. You want to see how the other half lives, whatever. I'm living in Madagascar, and I'm a communist malware programmer. Well, welcome to the stream. Good. You know, the more you save your wishes, the more God acts. He's like, this guy's saving his wishes. I'll save his soul. Read the book, like, you know, when Solomon is like, you know, I'm surrounded by all these geniuses. What am I going to ask for? I'm going to ask you, God. Since you asked me, not only will we get wealth and riches and bitches, but, you know, I get to laugh when you fall. Read your book. Yeah, which book? Which book? The Bible is a collection of books. Which book is your favorite? The last one? You know, then if it's the last, which is my favorite cigarette? The next one. It's very simple in my life. And then I can buy packs. When they do the sacred books, like you finish the Torah, what's the next one in that? James? Yeah, it's more of a letter than a book. Just like, oh wow, you believe in God. You say the creed. And the demons believe, all of them, and they tremble. Have you tried to tremble? This is me trying to tremble. Because I know the demon tremble. And, I'm not going to go on his turf. He doesn't do moron shit. But this is my attempt. Like, and Tremble's watching me. I'm not mocking you, dude. All right? I'm just saying somebody likes the book of James. And then, this is my attempt to tremble. Oh, no. Yeah. This is like sometimes you ever play Team Fortress in real life? Oh, it looks like somebody's gonna get banned from Costco or the stream. Check if you're a standard moderator. I left you as a managing before, and I was like, he didn't do any link. I know. We have a deal with a demon. I don't tremble. Doesn't act like a moron, and I don't tremble. It's just that. You could give me a grade, like 7 out of 100. That's fine. I'd rather fail at trembling before God, because all of you are mocking Jesus Christ, his son. So it's like, look at you got a crown already, just please. JK got number 2. How the fuck 6 out of 10? That's more than I deserve. Thank you. Oh, really? Say all that again? Hey, just please, you're my all-new baby managing moderator. I really need to chastise this fucking JK. He said something insulting to me. He needs a 10-second timeout. Why don't you right-click JK's name and time him out for 10 seconds, since you're managing? Oh, I know. Hey, Loke, you want me to ban you again? Well, one of you. There can be only one. Oh, he did it. Dudes rock. Dudes fucking rock. Okay? When I made JK managing moderator, he was so pansy waist, like a movie extra. Yeah. Yeah, dudes rock. Dudes rock. Of course, of course. Are you happy?
Yeah,
Thank you for the smile. There you go. Enjoy it for me. Me? I'm not cute enough for you, Luke? Luke was the first one trying to hit on me as a faggot. And I remember that. But sometimes he says shit that's like, I'm not going to talk to you for an hour. Or one time I banned him for 44 years. That's why you're going to learn self-control. Go time out Loquacious for a day. I'll unhide him. Flex a bit. When you have no self-control, you have no real limits. Sorry. I mean, if I ever met Loke, like I know a couple of bathrooms we could shit there together. Well, what are you gonna do? You're a standard moderator, but he's a regular user. Why don't you time him out for 10 seconds for stealing? You have no concept of law enforcement, JK. I know whose son you are. I know your dad. I actually believe Loke. Good. Now you know a little bit of fucking law enforcement. When you guys go back to the bus, it's like, oh, JK is abusive. He timed me out in Nate's chat. But that's what Loke wants. He wants to argue, delete the stream. Why you treat me like a bitch? It's like Don Lemon. I wish you could hear what I have. Limitless, sure, but you're also merciless. Okay, I'm retiring as the merciless. Dudes rock. Wearing 2 hats all day is not good. So I'm Batman the Merciless. If you never heard, look it up on Google. But I'm retiring soon. I'm gonna die. So dudes rock. Just please. It's all the same to me. Well, what do you call my hair? I'm wearing. This hair is a hat for my brain case. So I'm already wearing. Yeah. Where's your latless bag? Where's all the rocks? Every time God gives me a rock, I bring it to my fucking office. My dad's like, "What is all this garbage doing here?" It's for the shrine. Yes, I know. I know, merciless. Okay? You need the safety helmet, like me. It's cold, you know? And not only that, you do the utilitarian, which is like a beanie. Wow, my ears aren't freezing now, right? But then you still have to tell people I'm in charge. This is Nazi colors, okay? Red, white, and black. Do I really need a swastika on it? So bad things. Tell me about it. I'm the reincarnation of like or whatever Adolf Hitler. I'm not really good at it, so that's why they chose me. Okay? So let's pretend like here's a test, all right? So let's pretend you're just your comment here, and I'm gonna replace the pinned message. That is Raptor Johnny's stream, okay? You love it, it's great, okay? But I have to tell you that I'm the channel owner and you're merely a managing moderator, okay? So now I just deleted your thing. And then I'll view the message, and then I guess I can't undelete. Good. Sleep well. Sleep soundly. Remember, you are Batman the Merciless. Okay? You have to fight against the Batman who laughs, Batman the Red Death, Batman the Drowned, the Batfather, all this shit. When I was merciless, is basically I didn't speak French that well. I rarely said merci, merci beaucoup, right? So I did less merci than I should. If you say merci, then you are truly the merciless. You can sleep really well in your dreams. You have a mind control helmet. You cannot be mind controlled. You can augment all the people's activities. If you see Raptor Johnny in a dream, you can kick him in the nuts. Merci. Clearly, you have not practiced French. See, JK trying to steal your thunder. If you're going to let him, you got to swat him. Okay? Tap him on a thing, another love tap. You can go 15 seconds or 30 seconds. Because he had the opportunity to do this, just not the ruthlessness. Okay? Anytime you want to do it, Raymond. All right. Everybody loves Raymond. Do you have any ramen noodles? This is the kind of morality that I do with Tremble. Oh, the Raymond. You might as well say Jerusalem. Okay? Are you Jerusalem, Raymond? Hey, Raymond. We went to Jerusalem. They were out of all the matzo balls. Who's that actor, you know? If you're the Raymond. I don't. Everybody loves Raymond. Well, go get some. I ain't got no cigarettes. Oh shit, I have money or credit. I'll buy some. Brad Garrett, very good. Okay? Now I just give you immunity. Since Just Please didn't want to time you out for insolence, now you guys are equal. Deborah. I never refer Brad Garrett, like you know, Big Gay or something. Raymond. You know how Nick Mullen does it, like, okay, well, you know, Ray Romano, you know, you gotta suck my dick to portray my brother, the big one. You know, you guys remember which episode that is? I forgot all that. I have Alzheimer's. So, you know, Loke, where's my thank you for not banning you? You know, here I am. It's time for healing. You've been in my stream for like 20 minutes. Not a single thank you in all this, Loke. That's why I call you a lazy black whatever. You know? Not stupid, lazy. You know? It's like I got you a birthday present. Oh, yeah, put it with all the rest. Next time I won't give you one. You know what I mean? And if that don't work, oh, shit. Motherfucker serious. That reminds me of Steven Seagal. He went up to MB is like, you know, I already demodded DC for saying that word. What are you gonna do? And I was like, oh shit, MB is insane. You know, that's the kind of energy I'm getting from JK now. Like Steven Seagal, the original stream. What are you gonna say though? Loke is black. Even if he's white playing black, the black inside him gonna rise up. The Brooklyn or whatever. The Raptor Johnny. I mean, imagine you said that to Raptor Johnny in the other place. It's like, well, you fucking idiot. You scared him. When you scare a black person, take a step back and say, I was just kidding about all that. Oh shit, don't be merciless, dude. I mean, we just decided just please the merciless. You're acting like the Batman who laughs. Chill, you know? Chill with that shit. Loke didn't do nothing to you. He did something to me. Just like if you read the Bible, Saint Samuel, the prophet Samuel was like, why are all these fucking Israelites, like, they don't want my sons to rule? And as God, I have to tell them, they're not angry at you. They're angry at me. Okay? So I'm angry at Loke, but he was there before you. I have a reason. Like, if he has Navy brain, he got PTSD, he sank a submarine, there's some shit he's dealing with. I don't mind. I'll just slide over. You have a nice day today. Maybe later you'll be behave. All right? But easy with all the threats. Unless you can pull it off. Unless you can visit Loke. It's like, say all that to my face. That's what I thought, you fucking punk. Like that shit. I mean, you've been to the gym, and then there's like guys, and suddenly the big guy, for no reason at all, comes in. You're sitting in my spot. I'll give you a few seconds to get up, or I could beat the shit out of you in front of all your friends. That kind of conversation, I don't want you to be saying, unless you can back it up. I don't know how big Loke is. I know how big you are. You showed up. You could be all sorts of MMA trained and shit with Hapkido or Warangdo. I am one of those. But there's always some guys like, yeah, do all your moves. I'm going to go home and fix a noodle. That could be Loke. All right? He likes to play, but when push comes to shove, he's probably killed a guy. I don't know if I could say JK killed the guy. I don't even know if you're in Kangpei. But I know your dad was. Good times with your dad. All right? You look to be a little bit younger than me. All right? So if you're going to make threats, do it to me. You have mod in the other channel. Pull that shit off in front of Johnny to impress him. And you never will. All right? They just die around you like Matt Damon. Black pink in your area. All right? So since you're both managing mods, and I know you're merciless, I have to hit you now. Dudes rap. I will regret all this. Okay? Just prepare. Like, if you know, the security officer has to be able to take a punch from people. All right? And then all the people line up, and then they punch the security officer. That way they get first licks. Okay? So when the security officer... Yeah, the Batman who crowns. But there's a lot of disambiguation with crown. Have you seen a childbirth? No. A lot of you guys are either gay or lonely. You don't go around into emergency rooms. Can I be there for the birth? I want to see the baby crown. Okay, then I'll give you those. Okay? Once I know you're merciless, like I have the jokes to make it happen. Here's one. Just please, all right? I'm going to give you the strongest joke I've had so far as Batman the Merciless. Okay, this is what you're going to say. Even if you fuck it up, that's part of the learning process. So, the setup, like Norm taught me, it's got to be the same as the punchline. But inside your brain, no matter what words you say, have the same energy. Okay? Yeah, birth to an atom shift or something. Shit doesn't count. Here's the joke. If you have no jokes, like you claimed. Why do all birds have feathers? That's the setup. And then the punchline can either go up or down really. If you want to get a groan, is the energy. Like you can deliver like JK when he's like, good game. Oh well. his Korean nature, just like no facial expression, very little hand thing. Why do all birds have feathers? Then he says the punchline. Laugh for me, okay? If you want to be that, it's like Gruner. Or you do it like with a gun, and then it's like, why does a bird have feathers? Why do all birds have feathers? Then you shoot the person, and you stand over them. Then you say the punchline. That's a little bit more advanced than I would think. Okay? There's two ways to do it. You leave them alive, just like rape. You rape the girl, and then she gets a book deal, but she's still alive. Or you actually kill the bitch. It's up to you. I have done both. Okay? What do you want to do as merciless? You have to decide, am I racist or sexist? Alright? So are you ready for the hit? You know? Did you flinch? I hope you didn't. Because if you flinch, in sty, one for flinching. If you stood your ground like that, get used to that. They're going to send you to front lines of Gaza. This guy don't flinch. Make sure you flinch. Okay? Yeah, tremble. Yeah. All right, so I'll give you 10 seconds like Loke and JK to write the setup of that little joke. Because you said you had no joke. I gave you one. Okay? If you're going to be emoji guy, Fox Badger does that. I need somebody to promote this. Why do all birds have feathers? I'll give you, I'll be generous, 19 seconds. Counting down. Let's just imagine we went to the top floor of a 19-floor building, and by the time I get zero, or no. Let's start with zero, and then I'm going to bring you to the 19th floor and just throw you off. That's what I do with all managing moderators. And when you have a channel or stream, right, but that's a good one. That's very cerebral, very intelligent, high information, high IQ. You forgot how to be a child. Okay? That's very good. That's a good start. That's like a down payment. Could be. That's more insulting. And I don't mind mentoring you in this because it's an effort. By the third thing, you're going to be like Nicki Minaj. The first one is me being a moron. The second one is Norm Macdonald, NM. The third one, you can either act like Nicki Minaj or Nicolas Maduro. It's up to you. Maduro kills people. Nicki rapes people. Okay? You decide. Make the third one good. Remember, bad things happen in threes, like a triangle. This is me, Nate Mendez. This is Norm Macdonald, who died. And this is Nicki Minaj. In between is Maduro. If, like Ricky Fonda said, this is your mom, and it's like, hey, son. That's pretty good. It's better than the actual one. So, I'm not going to hit you. I'm not going to demod you. That's pretty funny. It's because they need to wing it. I actually like that one. So I made the right choice for managing moderator. You are fucking ruthless. The savagery in you. Dudes rock. The real answer, the baseline entry-level answer is because they had to cover their butt crack. Now, it's not that funny, but to me, it's hilarious. Okay? But I like yours better. Like, just, man, staying on brand, the bravest UPS of all time, a warrior, is fucking freezing. He was there at negative 30 degrees. Shorts and socks. Okay? So you want to be like that or you don't want to be like that? Dudes fucking rock, alright? You don't appear as dudes rock ever. It's like Nick Mullen. Dudes rock. I tried to duel Nick Mullen once, and I never will do that again. Like, he made me lose a credit card just by showing up, okay? Do not fuck with Nick Mullen. Stavros Halkis, maybe. Adam Friedland is a time traveler. Just letting you all know the ground rules, okay? A lot of you are fans. You want to stalk him. How come Nick doesn't want to come hang out? We're best friends. You don't want to hang out with Nicholas James Mullen. You will lose money. You will lose assets. You will lose land. I warned you. I tried it for you, okay? I'm lucky I have fucking knees to walk away. fat, make a wish, blah blah blah. But do not mess with Mullen because he's an NM too. Okay, that's the thing. I'm gonna end this stream. It's been 60 minutes. I will give you my formal, like, not mocking salute. Dudes rock. Listen to me, but don't come crying at me when you want to test all your powers. Well done, sir.